Hello, this is Chapter 15, Theoretical Implications. So the first thing I would like to bring to your attention is that we all want to understand meanings of things. This is why we do the work that we do. We all want to understand the meaning. However, we don't want to ask the why question, because as we've talked about before, experience has told us that this isn't useful to our clients. When we're asking our clients why, we're asking them to analyze the problem, or we're asking to analyze the solution. So it has been told to us that there's more progress if we use that not knowing stance, or that curiosity stance. So, again, we don't want to ask the why question, as we've mentioned before. I mean, we are really, in essence, exploring the why, but without really asking the why. Solution-focused techniques were not actually derived from theory. Instead, it was from observation and what worked. That's how solution focus was developed. So we ask ourselves, do people's understandings of explanations for their behavior remain static? No, because we can look at the case of Ayan in our textbook. With that, Ayan actually moved from I'm crazy, I got to figure out what's wrong with me, to my problem is when there are a lot of people around, it's them, to I never talk, always keeping everything inside, it's me, or at least I can do something about it. So again, the perception was always changing with Ayan. And if you listen carefully to what people are saying over the course of your work with them, you will always find shifts in their perceptions or understanding as well. And I think you can look at that as a sign of progress too, hopefully. What theory accounts for these shifts in the perceptions? That would be social constructionism. Social constructionism is people's sense of what is real to them, including their problems, strengths, and solutions, and are constructed in interactions with others. So in other words, it is people making meanings as they interact with others. And again, what is it that we want to do? We all want to understand that meaning. So social constructionism it is. So how do we construct this meaning? We can construct it through conversation. We can construct it with other people. We can construct it in families, ethnic, socioeconomic, religious, cultural groups, neighborhoods, communities, and nations. Each person reflects the realities of all of these different relationships. The professional's expertise is to be in conversation with the expertise of the person. So we learn from conversation with the person about who is the expert about themselves as the person, rather than being a technical expert or professional expert. So is a person's problem a thing we can know objectively and it stays put? Well, no, because it is the result of their current definition of their reality. So whatever perception they're having of the reality at the moment is going to be what their problem is. Do persons build the same solution to the same problem that another person has? No. As we've talked about before, each person is a unique case-by-case basis. Even though the situation may sound exactly the same as something else you've heard before, it's still very different than the person before or the person that will be after. Do they build the solutions that we construct for them? Sometimes. But often they build their own solutions that we may not have ever even thought of for them. But that's the power of the professional working with them, is we can bring those out of them. So is it even possible that people might find a solution and then redefine the problem to fit the solution? Yes, that is a possibility. An example would be, my mother nags me and I can't stand her. So after solution building, my mom and I get along sometimes. I like going shopping with her. And I redefine the problem as we really weren't getting enough time together. So again, constant change, constant shifting. So this messes with the idea of a predictable connection between a problem and a solution. So as in, there is one best solution for each kind of problem, which is not accurate. We don't always know what's going to be the best solution. It's going to depend on our person. Solution building is consistently successful with various types of problems. 60 to 89% of all kinds of problems, except for panic attacks, and final outcome, which is 50%. So if this is true, then we don't have to learn the most effective techniques for each kind of problem after all, which is good. Learning to be an effective professional becomes a lot simpler, and you don't have to learn cognitive, reality, psychodynamic, emotional, and body techniques, for example. Although, it is helpful to know something about those things. and to effectively refer for any of you who decide to go into social work or other helping professions to be able to effectively help more people. That is a little bit about theoretical implications in relationship to solution building. So that was chapter 15. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. But we finally made it through all of our chapters. So thank you for watching, and congratulations on finishing your textbook.